Hey and welcome to my channel. My name is Heather and this is the Fluffy Oracle. So this reading is going to be my second pick a card collab reading with the wonderful and talented and amazingly beautiful Chinoa from Walu Child Readings. Her reading will be linked down below in the description box for your convenience, whether you're watching me first or her first. Remember that these readings will be an extension reading to the card piles that you pick. Remember, you don't have to pick just one. These readings are going to be on how your person feels about you. So if you're interested, stay tuned and I will see you at your pile. Alrighty, so for my loves who chose the green, let's get into your reading. Alright, so before I start off, I actually did a little something different for these readings. I did do a little bit of channel writing through meditation to get a few extra things for your readings. So normally I don't do this in my pick a card readings. I usually save these for my personal readings. So this will give you kind of like a little bit of a taste of sort of what I do when I do private readings. So if you're interested in private readings, I do have a sale going on right now for the entire month of December where it is buy one and get one free. So feel free to check that out on my website. So for pile one, these are just, I try to tune into their thoughts and how they feel about you when they think about you as well, and what they find most attractive about you, because that's kind of a lot of the things that came out for when I tuned into each different pile. So for pile one, for you guys, they are definitely in love with you. When they're around you, they feel a little bit indifferent sometimes, but definitely very neutral and calm. So you kind of give them that sense of calmness and ease when they're around you. Like they can just relax. They find you to be very neatly beautiful. I don't know why, but that's what came through. So if that makes sense to you, let me know down below in the comments. We also have uniquely different. They like the fact that you are different, you are unique, and you are pretty much not afraid to be yourself. And they love that quality about you. You've actually motivated them and actually you've motivated them to get off their ass and get their asses in gear with something. So you've driven them to kind of make a move to do something. What that is, only you will know. And then I also got, they are a little bit of fearful of losing you, kind of like a FOMO thing. So kind of a fear of missing out when it comes to you. So I feel like, sorry about that, when you've given them that motivation and basically lit a fire under their ass to get them in gear to do something, I feel like it's to kind of take an action towards you and getting your attention and to keep you focused on them. So let's get into your cards and see what the cards reflect. Alrighty. Sorry about my stuffy nose. I've been having a little bit of a cold lately and sneezing quite a bit with my allergies. Alrighty, so your first card, we have Yamaya with Grandmother, Ocean, and Primordial is what it says. And it has her first name as well, Yamaya. But the energy that I get from this is kind of a very nurturing energy. So I feel like you're someone that they kind of want to nurture and take care of, because I'm really attracted to how she's holding the baby and how she's kind of coddling them and giving them love. And I feel like that's kind of how they feel when it comes to you. This is a very protective energy. Like they want to look out for you and just kind of hold you, cuddle, and keep you close. That type of energy is what I'm feeling with that card. We have freedom with independence and self-determination. I feel like they see you as kind of being very outgoing, almost a little bit of a badass is the energy that I'm picking up from this card, from the way that she looks. But very, very free to be yourself, and they love that self-confidence and that self-air that you can put out there. So they don't want to stifle that beauty within you, is what I feel from that card and the messages that I'm getting from that. I have telepathy with nonverbal communication, energetic pulses, and mind reading. With this, I feel like sometimes they wish they could read your mind. And I feel like they kind of can, but they haven't really kind of figured it out yet. But they feel a very, very deep connection with you. And they kind of want to explore that side of you, and they kind of almost want you to get connected with them like that and in that type of way, with being very close to them. And they, for some of you, I feel like they think that you can read their minds. I feel like some of you that they feel like you already know what they're thinking before they say it, or you know what they want or how they feel. Like they just get this weird sense about you that you kind of know, like you see deep within them and through them in that way, if that makes sense to some of you guys out there. So it kind of makes them feel a little bit uneasy, because they're just like, oh my God, can they tell? Do they know? Can they really hear those thoughts in my head? Do they know what I'm feeling? Do they know what I'm thinking? So sometimes they try to hide it a little bit, or they like kind of get a little bit shell-shocked and nervous around you, for some of you guys. So we have relationship that comes up. With this, I'm really attracted to the color blue in this. And blue for me in this card, what I'm getting is honesty. They want to have honest communication with you, and they want to have an honest and open relationship with you. And that's kind of something that's been on their mind, and they've just kind of been sitting back and kind of thinking about it and kind of trying to figure out how they can approach you with it, for some of you. I have answered prayer. To them, you're like an angel that's an answered prayer of theirs, and you've kind of brought a lot of transformation into their life since you've walked into it. You've kind of been like this shining light, and you tend to be like a shining beacon of hope, or a very, very bright light that when you walk into a room, everybody notices you, that type of energy. At least for them. Like you immediately get their attention as soon as you come within like 10 feet of them, is what I hear. Or as soon as you walk into the room where they are. For some of you, this is somebody that you work with, is what I hear and feel with that. Sorry for any background noise. My puppy is trying to get my husband's attention. So if you heard him talking to her, that's all it was. Because she's just being a little bratty because she's tired right now. So I have spiritual growth. With this, I feel like you've kind of helped them to grow, not just spiritually, but mentally and emotionally. I feel like you've kind of helped mature them a little bit, to kind of snap out of their immaturity, and it kind of helped open them up a bit, because I'm really attracted to how open this flower is. So let's see what we have for tarot cards for a second. So I have the 10 of Swords, which this is the 8-coin tattoo tarot. I have the Emperor. These are basically old school tattoo drawings, which are pretty cool. I kind of like some of the old school art that I've seen on tattoos. And then we have the World. With this, I'm really attracted to her beauty in this, and the uniqueness of it, and all the color. I feel like you give them a little bit of ADD with that. It's not so much the literal sense of this card, it's the way that I'm attracted to how she looks, and the energy that she's kind of putting out there. And the thing is, she's facing this Emperor, so she's basically trying to almost command his attention, or is commanding his attention, even though he's facing the other way in this image. I feel like you command his attention, like him being like the other person being the Emperor. So I feel like the cards should actually be like this. You kind of make whenever you walk past them, this person, their head just turns automatically to look and pay attention to you, because they just want to see you, because they find you to be very beautiful to look at. And it kind of helps them to, if they're having a bad day, this is just what I'm getting, what I'm hearing. When they're having a bad day and you walk past them, or if they know that you're in the same vicinity or near them and they see you, you make them forget about everything that's been going wrong that day. And you help to put the worst behind them and kind of brighten their day up and help things to get better, is what I'm getting with these 3 cards. So we have confidence. So with this, I feel like they love the air of confidence that you put out into the world, and how confident within things that you do on a daily basis. Even though you may not think that you're very confident in those things, they notice it and they feel that you are very confident as a person, and they like that about you. And then we have success. You are a very focused, driven person, and you're always on point and on target with whatever it is that you do, and you are a very successful person, and they find that to be another beautiful quality as well. So the numbers we have are 3 and 2 and 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 together become 3, and then 3 and 2 become 5. So you've changed them and given them a hope and like this sense of like drivenness, and you've been a guiding constant light and a help to them. 3 for me is kind of like a helping number and an extra guidance type of thing. And 5 is change. So you've helped things change for them and to be kind of like a guiding beacon for them. That's just my take on the numbers. If they mean something different for you, apply it as it is, or however it resonates for you. And then for the last card, I have Spiritual Law of Attraction with Malchus in the deck. I'm probably butchering that, but that's probably because I have a really stuffy nose right now. I'm sorry, guys. With this, I feel like it's more of kind of waking them up in a maturity sense, and kind of enlightening them, and kind of opening their eyes to do things and different things, and kind of expanding. Like, I hear mind expansion. Like, you've helped to expand their mind and the way that they think and how they view things with this. Because I'm really attracted to the sacred geometry and the fact that his hand is open, and this, what looks like a fairy back here, due to the wings, is kind of like someone taking a leap and kind of taking the risk. And back here is the lightning, and it kind of makes me feel like a tower moment, to where things have kind of shaken things up and kind of been like almost like a shock to the system, to where you have to realize something. Like, you've made them realize that they need to open up and smarten up and kind of be a little bit more intelligent about how they go about things. So they kind of really look to you for that aspect. They also feel that you are a very, very strong and wise old soul as well, and someone who is extremely smart and very cultured and very deep and very knowledgeable as a person. So these are your messages. I do hope that you enjoyed this reading. Remember to head on over to Chenoa's channel and check out her video for the expansion to your reading if you haven't done so already. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to her channel, as well as mine if you haven't done so already. And if you're new here and you like these types of readings, feel free to stick around, subscribe to our channels, give us a big thumbs up, and show us some love down in the comments. Thanks, and have a blessed one. And I will see you guys next reading. Alrighty, so for my loves who chose the pink Yoshi, let's get into your readings. My voice is a little bit off today because my nose has been stuffy for the past few days, and I'm starting to get a little bit of a cough, so please bear with me. I love you guys, though, nonetheless. But before we start and get into your messages, I did what I kind of like to do for my personal private readings, just to have a little bit of extra oomph to these and a little bit of fun with some channel writing during a meditation session that I did before the reading. So if you are interested in that, I do have a sale going on right now for a buy one, get one free. So feel free to check that out. My website is down below in the description box.
Please remember that these are an extension version of the reading from Chinoa's channel. If you haven't checked hers out yet, make sure that you do. Her link for that video is down below, and make sure you guys like and subscribe to our channels if you enjoy these videos and would like to see more from us as well. So what these channel messages are that I'm about to get into are kind of me tuning into their thoughts and feelings about how they feel about you and what they think about you and what they find most attractive about you, because it's kind of what came out when I was doing my channeled writing. So what I got for you guys from your person is they are in love with you and they are very happy with you. And I also got straight sentence is you put a spell on them. And that's exactly what came out. So I feel like you've really captivated them with like who you are as a person and your beauty and your personality is what I get from that. And then they find you to be very dreamy, very creative, very sensual. And they also see you as having a very whimsical beauty. Now, I know some of you guys are going to be like, no, they don't. I'm not whimsical. I can just see it now in my comments. Just roll with me. This is their thoughts and their feelings. We don't get to control them, unfortunately. Although sometimes we wish we could. But that's neither here nor there, and I digress. But that's not going to resonate with everybody, but please take what does and leave the rest. And there's always more than one pile to see what comes through and what resonates most for you, as these are just a general reading. And as I said before, you can always book a private reading and then I can detail it specifically just for you. Anyway, let's get into these cards and see what comes up and how they feel for you. We have fertility with potential, powerful creative energy, initiation energy. So with the fertility card, I feel like they see a lot of potential in you. And what's funny is the fact that they have creative energy in this, and creativity came up in the channel messages, and I had no idea that this card had popped out with that. And I find it really funny that that came up. So that's kind of a confirmation with those channel messages. So they see you as being a very, very powerful creative energy and has a lot of potential and immense energy, like this immense nurturing energy, this sensual energy. Like for me, this woman looks and feels sensual to me, very caring, very giving, very nurturing, especially with the fact that she's holding this egg or embryo with a baby in it. It's not so much as kind of like a fertility thing. They also see you as kind of like almost like a motherly like energy to them. They kind of like the energy that you give off, and kind of almost in a weird way kind of reminds me of something that their mother would make them feel like when their mother would take care of them, like this safe energy. And I know it seems kind of weird, but the fact that you can make someone feel very comfortable and very safe like that is a very immense quality to some people. And they value it the most for some. So we have the unseen with too much is hidden from you. Now, I feel like you're very dark and mysterious, or at least you attempt to try to be. And they like that alluring part of you where they're trying to kind of explore and get to know you, even though you're very, very mysterious and dark sometimes. They kind of really like that side and kind of like diving very deep with that. And I get a very scorpionic energy from this. So if you're a Scorpio or they really like diving into that mystery, because I can kind of really relate to that for the fact that I'm a Scorpio. And this card kind of reminds me of the death card because of the skull in this and the darkness and just the way it feels. Being very like deep, dark, and mysterious. Can't breathe through my nose and it makes it so much more difficult to talk. But anyway, we have the Selkie with her and her skin. And it says reclaiming your authenticity. So with this, I feel like they see you as being very authentic and someone who is comfortable with being in their own skin, although it sometimes you may not always feel that way. They kind of see you as being very comfortable within your own skin and very comfortable with being yourself and honest in who you are. And they also, for some of you, would like to help you with getting to be comfortable within your own skin and being able to open up and kind of be a little bit more authentic and out there and open with them. They kind of want to help you a little bit with that for some of you, for whoever that resonates with. So we have Moon Tree. So again, with the kind of mysteriousness. So with this Moon Tree card, it makes me feel like basically the moon from the tarot with that type of energy. Like not all is revealed and there is still a lot yet to kind of unfold and a lot of growth, a lot of secretism and secretiveness. I have reflection. So they kind of can see themselves within you and they like being able to see themselves within you, and the fact that you also have that mother nurturing quality. Like you kind of resemble and reflect certain things, certain qualities of their moms, and you remind them of that and those qualities. And I hear that they're very good qualities. So please don't take it in a negative way. Even though I know it sounds kind of weird, some people just really look for that mom energy, that thing that they were missing from their mom as well, and kind of yearn for that quality in another person. And some people tend to do that in their relationships, is what I've found and seen over time with different people. We have transience. So with the transience card, it's not so much the word, but the feeling I get from this is kind of like this internal outward almost glow, like this radiating light that comes out, this beautifulness, this beautiful quality, this beautiful sensuality, this shyness energy that kind of just radiates sensuality from within is what I'm getting with this, is how they see and feel about you. And they kind of really like to be able to kind of basically look at you from afar and kind of fantasize about that, and they kind of really like almost drift off into like a daydream like state when they're able to like kind of look at you without you kind of really realizing that they're looking at you and daydreaming about you. So we have the 10 of Wands. You're a very hard worker, but you make things seem very easy and not so much of a burden, is what I'm getting from this card. We have the 10 of Cups. I hear the ultimate couple, ultimate relationship with this. With the way that I look at these hands together, like I feel like they see you as being the person that they could share a home with and a life with, and almost a life partner energy. Basically, they're happy ending. And then we have strength. So I feel like they see you as being a very, very powerful energy, very, very strong-willed, almost Leo energy as well from this too. Very fiery, very passionate, but also very well reserved. And they like that about you. And you kind of bring that energy to the relationship with them, or at least in the friendship that you have with them right now. I feel like some of you don't even realize that this is basically your best friend and this is how they feel about you. And I feel like they see you as being this powerful individual that can do pretty much anything they put their minds to. But you have this very strong internal sense of strength, and you kind of help them have that strength as well. And they feel a very, very strong bonded connection with you in order to kind of have that relationship, that end all be all with you for some of you.
not everyone, but for a select few of you, they see that with you, that they have that strong and deep connection with you, and they feel it, like they feel it deep within their souls with you. And they're kind of hoping that you feel that way too. We have knowledge. So they like being able to come to you with anything that they can talk about, because I'm really attracted to the teacup in this, and it's kind of like they're comfortable with being able to just talk about any and everything, and gossiping with you is what I get with this, because you know pretty much just about everything, and in their minds they feel like you know everything, which is pretty cool, and they kind of are happy with being able to share those times with you and being able to just relax and be themselves and to open up with you. And then we have Aphrodite's love spell. I'm like, really? You put a spell on them much? So to them, I feel like they see you and feel that you are a goddess to them, and kind of basically put this love spell on them, so to speak. That type of energy and that like sensuality, because you're able to just mesmerize them. And it's kind of like, wait, what? That type of feeling. You make them kind of just go a little bit ADD when you're around. And then we have father, husband, brother, son with Osiris. So with this card, I know it seems kind of strange, but for some of you, they kind of see you as kind of like one of the boys. Not necessarily a bad thing, but the fact that they can connect with you, like they can connect with one of their male friends in that sense, is kind of a big deal, especially with females having that confidence and that energy level. It's not every day that you see that in a woman, because most women generally tend to be kind of on the girly side, and then you have the ones that can kind of just roll with the boys and the homies and kind of be like one of the guys. That type of deal. They like the fact that you have that confidence and that energy, and they love that they have that with you, and that connection and that kind of bond and that friendship level. So these are your messages. I do hope that you enjoyed this reading. Remember to go ahead and check out Chanoa's reading if you haven't done so already. Give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to both of our channels if you're new here and if you like this content, and stick around for more wonderful pick of cards and collabs to come. Know that I love you guys, and I will see you guys next reading, and stay fluffy. Alrighty, so for my loves who chose pile number 3, the blue, let's get into your reading. But before we get into the cards, I did a meditative channel writing session, kind of like what I do for my private readings. So if you're interested in having a private reading with me, I have a sale going on right now for the entire month of December, where it is buy one, get one free. So please feel free to check that out down in the description box for my website. And I am going to share my channel messages with you that I got for how your person feels, thinks about you, and kind of how they feel about how you look and what makes you so attractive to them, because that's kind of really what came through with a lot of these messages when I channeled with them. So I'm going to read you what I got, and then we'll get into the cards. So what I got for the first channel message that came through was that they are in love with you, but they are wondering why. They're trying to figure out what it is that's making them feel this way about you. So I'm pretty sure we're going to get into that in a sec with your cards, and we're going to get to the bottom of that and figure it out. And then they see you as being an equal person to them. So they see you as being their equal. And they also see you as being very well put together. And if some of you have kissed each other, they think you're a very good kisser. Or they're at least daydreaming about it if you haven't kissed them yet. So somebody's kissing and telling. I'm just saying. For whoever that resonates with, I'm calling you out. Just to say, just to put that out there. But anyway, you don't gotta fess up in my comments. You can keep that to yourself. That's your own secret, okay? No shade. But anyway, even if it was just a bet or a dare,
for some of you, whoever that resonates with. I'm like, because that just kind of came through. It was like, it was a dare or a bet. But I feel like it was kind of like a dare, like, oh, you won't do da 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 da. Surprise! But anyway, they think you're a very thoughtful and talented person, very classically unique and spontaneous. So I think that's kind of where the surprise kiss came from with the dare, or however that went down with you. That's for you and them to figure out. But let's get into your cards and see what they have to say. So we have the magic of the... Do not get me on this. My nose is stuffy, so I know I'm going to butcher the word. Kohellan Druith. With caution, sorcery, or not sorcery, but secrecy, wary. Ooh, see? They telling on you. They telling. I'm telling you, they're telling on you right now. They're telling me all them juicy secrets. So, haha, that's on you. Just messing with you. But anyway, I'm having too much fun right now because I'm tired and I can't breathe through my damn nose from sneezing and being sick lately. But anyway, I digress. So, and I'm really attracted to the fact that she's going, shh, don't tell nobody. Even though they're telling me over here. Spirit and her higher selves are telling on you like, girl, listen, this is what happened. And oof, ooh. But anyway, they kissing and telling over here. We have Imrama. Oh, I hate that word. I'm like, bleh. We have Wonder Voyage, Crossing Deep Waters, Pilgrimage, Journey of the Soul. So, this person, I feel like they have to travel to you in order to see you. And I feel like there is a trip coming up for some of you with them. And I feel like they are a partner with you on this. And I hear it's a business partner for some of you. For others, it's kind of like a get-together friendship thing, kind of like for the holidays. So there's definitely a trip coming up to where you will be seeing this person. And vice versa. However it resonates, just take it as it does. We have endurance with keep going. So with this, I feel like this is where that dare came in. It's kind of like keeping up with the Joneses is what I hear, and kind of like competing with each other, going, well, I can do this better than you, or I can do what you can do, that type of thing. But I feel like they can keep up with you. Like, for your spontaneousness, they can keep up with you. And I feel like sometimes they may have a little bit of trouble, but they enjoy it nonetheless. And the fact that they can just go with the flow with you. And you also give them that energy and that drive to keep going, that positive motivation and reinforcement as well. So we also have soulmate. Oof. That is a good card to come up. So they see you and feel like you are definitely a kindred soul, spirit, and soulmate, and someone who could be a life partner for some of you. They feel that deep connection with you. And they're kind of trying to figure it out. So that's kind of where they're wondering why. Because I feel like you shared a previous lifetime with them and they have that connection with you, and they're kind of just realizing that they have that soulmate energy connection between the two of you. You are bonded very deeply and on that soul level. So there's your explanation as to why they are in love with you and why they're wondering why. We have transmutation. So with the transmutation card, I feel like the moment they came into contact with you, it ignited that transformation, that spark, that energy, and that fire within for those feelings. And it kind of just sparked it, and it just blew up from there. Because I'm really attracted to how high these flames are going in this card. So I also have Guardian. Really? What?
Anyway, I'm gonna keep those thoughts to myself before I get in trouble. But anyway, I'm like, I shouldn't have chose these cards for the images. But anyway, guardian. I feel like you're a guardian of their soul and you're a guardian angel, and that is why you guys have been brought together, as spirit is kind of guiding you together as well. So we have the Two of Wands, Ten of Cups, that's funny because that's two Ten of Cups in this deck. And I just realized that there's two of them in here because pile 2 had the Ten of Cups as well from the same exact deck, just different image. I'll get into that in a second. Then we have the Two of Swords. So with the Ten of Cups and the fact that there's a double of that in this deck, there's a couple of dual cards in this deck, but it doesn't exactly say why in the book. And I've tried to figure that out as to why, but I don't care. Regardless, they see you as being that soulmate connection, that happy ending, and they're trying to make a decision as to how they want to go about this. And they've kind of been daydreaming about it because they're really thinking about their future with you, and they're trying to make a decision if they want to move closer to, if they can, not if they want to, but if they can move closer to you to be with you and closer to you so that they can see you more. And they want to kind of make that decision, or they're kind of thinking about asking you to make the decision to come and move closer to them so that they don't have to travel so much and so that they can actually be in a relationship with you instead of having a long distance relationship. Whew, that was a lot to come through all at once. What channel? And then we've got 2 2s in this. Or, well, it almost looks like an 11-11, but whatever. It's still 2s. Because they're two... That's a tongue twister. 2 cards. Anyway. So, the fact that there's 2 2s, it's a duality. It's a double-edged sword. And it could go either way. Just take it as it resonates. And know that you guys are being divinely guided to connect and be together in a soulmate relationship. And spirit is trying to kind of basically wake them up right now and going, hey, pay the fuck attention to your feelings. We're over here. You need to go this way. Come on, make up your mind already. Let's go. That type of deal. I got the peanut gallery over here talking in his sleep. Sorry, guys. And then we have study. And we have justice. So I feel like the justice card is where the equality comes in, and they have a lot to learn from you and this whole entire situation, and a lot to understand in a little bit of time, because I'm really attracted to the clock in this card. So, and I also hear it's about damn time and divine timing. It's finally happening for a reason, and you guys are being brought together for that reason, and in divine time, finally. Although I feel like you already felt this for the longest time, and you've just been kind of waiting for them to make up their minds. And then for the last card, we have come out of the closet. Amaterasu? Don't quote me. I can't read that word. I'm like, nope. Not even really going to try too hard. But anyway, come out of the closet. It's kind of like Spirit's way of saying, wake up, you dumb fool. Let's go. Time to wake up. The alarm clock's going off. And ringing in your ear and ringing in your soul is what's going on with them and what they're feeling towards you. It's like this big alarm clock going, saying, time to get up. But the alarm clock is saying your name over and over and over. Or at least giving them the sense and feel an energetic pull towards you. And they can feel it and they know it because of their empathicness and part of their ability with being, I believe it's clairsentient. Don't quote me. I'm kind of trying to remember which Claire it is that has that inner knowing and that inner feeling, that gut feeling. They can feel it, and it's waking them up. And they can't kind of put their finger on it,
but it's kind of got a magnetic pull towards you, kind of like a true north type of feeling is what I'm getting with this. So, those are your messages. I do hope that you enjoyed this reading. And if you haven't done so already, please make sure to go ahead and check out Chanoa's video, as that will be an extension to this reading. Vice versa, doesn't matter. You kind of get what I'm going with that. But make sure you check her out. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channels. If you're new here, I do hope that you enjoyed this video. And I will see you guys next time. And remember, stay fluffy. Love yous and have a blessed one.